Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Sheila Bela coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 7, Episode 8, I believe. Pins and needles, child. Pins and long needles. Hey, y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. The more you do like my channel, the more it does go into the algorithm and more people will start to view my content. I want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Thank you to everyone that has liked. Thank you for everyone that has watched. Thank you for everyone that has listened. Wednesday after Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever you watch, listen, hear, whenever you do it, when you click into my channel, I just want to say thank you, thank you. For y'all that just be looking at my channel and have not subscribed or pressed the like button or made a comment, thank you, because you still look. And, maybe one day, probably tonight, you can go ahead and press that subscribe and that like button because I'm on the way to 5,000. I'm almost there. So yeah, we could do it. We could do it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this episode before my phone dies because it's about to die in a minute. I'm hoping it don't. I gotta get a new charger, y'all. But anyway, all right, so the episode starts off, everybody is at the office, right? So Andy there, and I guess this is one of her old college friends, and he's in criminal law. And Andy is like thanking him, like she's glad that she has a friend that's in criminal law. And apparently they have information on Gary. It's like deep. It's so deep. That man said he had to get deep down into the trenches to get that information. That's how well Gary hid his stuff, right? But he found it. And he also told Andy that Jordan is not lying, that Jordan's story it's true. It checks out. He is not pedo. He ain't messing with the little kids. He's on the up and up. And I'm like, okay, good job. All right. So she thanks him, and he's just telling Andy, like, hey, you need to watch this guy. He's becoming unhinged. Who knows what he can do? And Andy is just appreciative of the information that she got. So while Andy is sitting there and she gets the information, he leaves. Fatima ends up coming in and just like, hey, Andy. But Andy was kind of rude, like, not right now, Fatima, I'm busy. I was like, dang, but she be running up for you all the time. Like, she be having stuff in her purse for you. You can make time for Fatima. You ain't got to be so rude. But anyway, Fatima was like, look, I know you busy, but I need you to stop, drop, and look and see who coming through this door. This is Mrs. Billionaire, Miss Marie Willis. What you talking about, Willis? Yes, that's her. Like, you know who she is. She got her own security. So Andy is like, oh my God, come in. And Mrs. Willis was like, yeah, how are you? And she was just saying that she needs a good divorce attorney, and she could possibly be it, but not right now. Hold your horses. She got to, talk to you a little bit, see where your head at. And she she told her she need to be 3 steps ahead at all time. And she also says that Jordan is the one that recommended her to Andy. And I was like, oh, Andy. And this man just told you he loved you and you couldn't even tell him back. And he introducing you to billionaire clients so you can make partner at your law firm, and you didn't even believe him. You didn't trust his actions and his word. Anyway, but she was just telling Andy, like, hey, Jordan is a good guy. He not lying. He telling the truth, because she says she can spot a liar, a mile away, because she been dealing with lies all her life. And she was just like, yeah, you not my attorney yet, but yeah, you are a good possibility. I need you to stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Stay ready. I need you to be three steps ahead, because that's what she says she is. And possibly they can do, good business together. And she said, do you think you have the ability to do that? And Andy said, yeah, all right. So while they in there talking, possibly could be, this is a possibility. This is a reservation. Like, we are reserving this opportunity that I could possibly be your lawyer in your divorce case, So yeah, this is a good thing. This is a big thing. This is what Andy has been waiting for. So while they're in there talking, you got yeah, did I miss something? Okay, yeah. So they in there doing their thing, right? So now you have Sabrina. Sabrina has just left. She's at the clinic because she's freezing her eggs, right? So she's done with the process of freezing her eggs, and she sees Karen, and Karen is like, "Girl, what you doing here? I'm just trying to freeze my eggs." And then Karen is just like, and Sabrina like, "What you doing here?" And she was like, I'm just up here for an appointment. You up here for an appointment? What you mean? You just had one. Well, girl, Karen lied. She was like, she up here to get a DNA test. And then Sabrina is just like, what? You gonna really do that? She was like, yeah. She said, Zach, I'm doing it for Zach. And she said, well, it's really for Fatima. I said, yeah, but it's for both of them. And it's for you too. Cause she said, yeah, she just tired of all of it. She just went ahead and she just really want to know. She just want to get all this over with. And they do talk about Sabrina. And Sabrina says she felt like a guinea pig because she getting tested and all that stuff. They got to take blood work and they got to, poke and pry her to make sure that she's really good for her to get all her eggs in. She got to stay on alert too. So they pretty much talk about that. But Sabrina, she go ahead and leave, and Karen stays. So back over at the office, while Andy and Miss Willis, what you talking about, Willis, while they in there, discussing the particulars of what could possibly happen, Hayden out there, what's going on? Who Andy talking to? What? But Fatima like, nope, you're not coming in here. Nope, move boy. But she said, since you want to be nosy, since you want to, run and tell that, I'm gonna just let you know that's Miss Willis, Miss Billionaire, woo. And here go Hayden. What's she in there with Andy for? Once I tell her that Andy ain't good or whatever, she was like, there you go. You ain't nothing but old snitch, but you need to stay up out of this. This ain't got nothing to do with you. But he talking like he can get Miss Willis. So Miss Willis and Andy come out and he give her a whole, I would say elevator pitch, but he give her the hallway pitch. Like, hey, I'm about to be the partner and I'm pretty sure I can help you and I. She was like, I don't want it. I don't need it. You can keep it. Save your pictures for somebody that want to listen, because I ain't the one that want to listen. And so everybody just looking at Hayden like, ooh, shame. Hayden kind of walk off. Miss Willis said, I'll talk to y'all later. So they go ahead and go. So now Andy feeling really, really good about her life, right? She like, yes, now I'm finna get ready to go. I'm finna go meet my man. And Fatima says, do you know that Karen going to get the that Karen going to get the paternity test done today? And what's her name? Andy was just like, oh, well, yeah, nah, yeah, she really didn't get too much on it. And Andy tells Fatima, like, she finna get ready to leave. She finna go see Jordan and all of that. And she tells Fatima that Fatima can take the day off because she already know that she want to get over there so they can do the paternity test. She already know. So she was like, girl, go ahead and go. And why did Fatima run as fast as she can? As fast as she can. That girl ran. She almost slid in them heels trying to go get that purse up at that office. I said, girl, slow down. You gonna get there. She gave you the whole day off. Yeah, go. Okay, so, yeah. All right, so now you have Tamara. And there's a knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock at the door. Who at the door? It's Gary. So they meeting over here at hotel rooms. And then Gary being slick and shady talking about, oh, so you living at your suitcase. She was like, boy, doggone well I don't live in no suitcase. You up here to see me. You want me. You like me. You keep calling me. You can't keep me at your... I'm like, y'all really gonna do this? So y'all really gonna do this? Okay. All right. So they talking about you wanted me. Just why you be so mean to me, because you really wish that it was you, that it was me with you and I hate and all that stuff. And Gary and his ego, like, Hayden can't do it like me. Woo, woo, woo. They get the kissing. They get the, jumping up and down on each other. And then he gets up. He got to go back to the office. All the while. Oh, don't forget they talking about, yeah, don't tell Hayden and all that stuff. But Gary leaves. Tamara goes and picked this pen up. I said, so I guess she recorded that whole conversation. That whole let me love you down session. Like, and she happy, but I'm like, girl, who you going are you going what you gonna do with that? Like, are you gonna try to blackmail Gary? I mean, they don't even like each other. Like, Hayden and Gary ain't even, they frenemies. Like, they only friends with benefits. Like, they can help each other. Like, both of them scammers and schemers and snakes. Like, what are you using this information for? Who are you using this information for? I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, that's what that is. Okay, so Danny, she's seeing her therapist, and Danny says her life is in a wreck. And she's just like, the meds that the therapist got her on, they ain't working, and she needs some more meds. I was like, girl, now you're not about to just be on the medication just because you can't figure out your life right now. You got to take this one day at a time, sweet Jesus. Like, yes. And then she starts talking about her boyfriend, the boyfriend kids, like how, she was trying to have a session with her man over there at the office, and the kids walk in and they making jokes and being funny. And Danny's whole thing is, as the therapist says, like, she it's not that she don't want kids. She just don't want kids right now. And she says that Tony is a good guy. She don't want to let him go. She gonna try to make it work. But now she's thinking about the idea of these kids being here permanently. And then the kids get attached to her. But then the mom comes home, and then the kids get attached to her. She get attached to the kids. The mom comes home, and now they don't want her in their life no more. They want their mom and dad to get back together. And then she starts naming all these movies like The Parent Trap and Acrimony and all these different movies. Because come on now, when she said they could be on the yacht and then you get shot on the boat. Nah, I said that's Acrimony. Okay, Tyler Perry and all his movies. So the therapist was like, you worry about stuff. You worry about things that hasn't happened as if they've already happened. Like, she just be imagining stuff as if it's really going on, but it ain't happened yet. I was like, Danny, you overthinking stuff. But anyway, at the end of the day, she was just telling Danny, like, just back up, take it one day at a time, pretty much, and just let it happen. Don't think too much about it. But Danny keep bringing up these movies like, but what if they end up getting back together? So, I mean, I don't know, Danny. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. If you going to be with the man and accept the man for the kids, or you ain't. I mean, either you is you ain't his baby. Like, what you going to... Child, I don't know. All right, so I got a few pictures because when I tell y'all this scene had me... I kikied a little bit because I was like, okay, so Zach walks in. He was late, of course, but he brought in food. I said, okay, he Aaron. Because, every time that Karen saw Aaron was bringing her food. But anyway, Zach comes in and he was just like, I'm coming in late. I'm sorry, but I bought you something to eat because I didn't know how long this process was going to be. I was like, oh, that was really nice of you, Zach. And so Karen filled out all his information because she said, I knew you was going to be late, and being that I know you better than you know yourself, like she the Lord Almighty, which she ain't, she filled out all his information. He was like, you don't know me like that. She was like, yes, I do. I know you more than you know yourself. So he said, let me see it. So he get the little clipboard and she said, he told her, yep, you right. Okay, you do. You know me a little bit, like whatever. So they get to talking. So what you think? How you feeling right now? And he was like, I'm glad. I'm just ready for all this to be over with, right? So that while they over there talking, they keep keying a little bit. It's like they having a little moment because in actuality, this is Zach's first time of him being around his quote unquote, we don't know for sure yet, DNA test. But we all know what's going on. We knew the story before the story even unfolded, right? We all know she's pregnant with twins, and we all know that one is going to be Zach and one going to be Aaron. Okay, we know this. So can we cut out all the crap? This is the first time that Zach is really going to be around the mother of his child, and him really seeing this and being around. And he was like, because Heather just popped up with a baby, but he's like, I'm like, he touching her belly like little Zach Jr., you know what I'm saying? A Zakita, he touching on the baby, belly, like, dang, like this really happening. Like, this really could, this is really finna be my life. So y'all, I mean, I know y'all gonna be mad about it, but this seems like what's really going to happen. One of these babies is that. How you get, how you got two baby daddies at one? How you got two baby daddies at one time, child? I know what happened, but child, you just going to tell somebody, like, you going into the doctor's office like, yeah, I'm here with my baby daddy. I'm here with my baby daddies. We here to to see if we having boys or girls. Child, this is a mess. Tyler Perry, you are a whole mess. So, but real talk, this is, the mother of his child. This is the first time he's really having a moment. And I know somebody was there in the comments like, he don't need to be there. It's unethical for him to be there. And I'm like, but if this his baby, why wouldn't he not be there? Like, in the ultrasound room, just to make sure there ain't nothing going on with his kid. Like, baby daddies and baby mamas being the ultrasound together in the ultrasound room and together all the time. This is nothing new, and it is not unethical because it's his baby. I mean, that's what it seemed like. But I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say when we see it on the next episodes, and we'll know if it is, if it ain't. It don't even matter. Just get over it. All right, so while they over there being a little family, right? They over there kicking and laughing and like, ooh, baby Zach Jr. Child, Fatima walk in and Fatima looking like, this ain't even funny. Fatima said, this ain't funny. Hello? What? Huh? So Fatima walk in and she makes herself uncomfortable, right? Because Zach said, I thought you... No, Karen started it. She was like, didn't I tell you that I didn't want her here, Zach? And Fatima said, but I came because I came to comfort my man because I know he don't like needles. I said, okay. And so Fatima like, and I'm here, and so Zach is like, okay, wait. I just want to apologize, Karen, because I apologize to Karen for what? Well, you told me that you weren't coming, but then you came, so it was unexpected. I could have prepared. For what? Why? I'm here. Karen like, but I didn't want you here, but I'm here. I didn't want you here, but I'm here. What you gonna do about it? Huh? What? But anyway, so they going back and forth about, you didn't tell me, I did tell you, I ain't told you, or whatever. And then that's when, the doctor nurse lady comes in and was like, okay, so we're here to do these DNA tests. And, oh yeah, Karen did tell Zach it's going to be needles involved. And Zach don't like needles. Okay. And Fatima said, my man don't like needles, so I'm going to be here to support him. And, the nurse lady comes in and she's just like, hey, it's time for Zach to go back. And then Fatima said, no, was it Fatima or Zach or Karen? Well, one of them said, do we all have to be in the same room together? No, it's going to be in separate rooms. And Karen was like, good for me. And Zach and Fatima like, good for me. I want to be in there with you anyway. All right. But Fatima's whole thing is, look, I ain't trying to be in the way. I'm just being here to support my man. That's pretty much it. That's all. It's all said and done. I'm here to support my man. You go take your paternity test. And yeah. So it is what it is. All right, so now Andy happy. Andy got the information that she needed, that she wanted. She had to go and check with everybody but Jordan to know that Jordan is telling the truth, that this is all a setup by Gary to get Jordan out of office and to get him thrown in jail. All right, so she come over to Jordan's house, kissing and hugging all on him and all that stuff. And Jordan is like, and that's when Andy reveals that I know you're innocent. No, she said, thank you for referring me, Miss Waters, to me and all that stuff. And she said, I know you're innocent. She thinks you're innocent. And then somebody else said that they think you're innocent and all that stuff. So Jordan is taking it back like, but I told you I didn't do it. And Andy's whole thing is like, look, I know you told me that, but at the same time, I got to know for sure, which I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I do know you, but I don't know you like that, like that. We ain't been dating. They've been dating, what, 4 months? So, yeah. I need to find out for myself, Jordan. I understand that you a stand-up guy and all that stuff, but I still need to know for myself. You know, red flags are real. And I need to know that you ain't running around here, you know, because you real touchy. You know what I'm saying? So, that's when they started to talk about all of that stuff. And then he said, so you must love me a little bit, because he talked about his actions and all that stuff. You can look at my actions. And then they bring up the whole love thing. And then she told me, well, you can look at my actions. Notice she didn't say that I love you back. She said, look at my actions. One thing I can tell you about Andy, I don't want to say she's an opportunist, but she is an opportunist. And Andy like big favors. Andy loves big gifts. And for Jordan to give Andy that big gift that can put Andy in a better situation as being the next, having that seat, being that partner at her law firm. Yeah, that's all Andy want. Andy go where the money resides. And I mean, it is what it is. Like Andy said, you do big things for me, and I open my legs a little bit wider. I mean, this what it is, you know? It is what it is. So now Zach over there, he's scared. He real scared. You know, he's scared. And Fatima apologized for not telling him he was coming. I was like, well, Fatima, I mean, you ain't really got to apologize, because at the end of the day, if you came or if you didn't come, he knew that there was a possibility that you would show up. So, I mean, I guess it did cause a little tension, but at the end of the day, I'm like, dang, that's your man. Show up for your man. You ain't got to be explaining stuff to him. I probably wouldn't even apologize, but I mean, at the end of the day, she just did whatever she had to do. And so he come in there, the lady come in there with the needle, that small needle. He talking about, you know, I got small veins. And then he talking about she trying to give him the needle, and he hollering like, he look like a big old kid. And why Fatima looking like his mama, like, it's okay, baby. And he over there just looking like, I don't want to take no shot. I said, boy, you better suck it up and take this shot. And he talking about, you all willy-nilly with the needle? You all willy-nilly with the needle? I said, if Zach ain't gonna do nothing, he gonna throw a joke in there somewhere, right? But he ended up getting the shot, child. She covering up his eyes. I swear, this was a whole mess, but it was funny. All right. So Gary done finished sleeping with Hayden woman. Hayden comes over there to the office. You know, he no call, no show. Well, not no call, no show. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say too. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'll get there. But Hayden come on in the office or whatever, and Gary like, why you coming in on me like that? Hayden said, I've been calling you all day. Gary said, but when I was calling you, you weren't picking up the phone. So what's up? And so now they bring up the whole deal about the office. Like, I need you to help me with, with work. And Gary like, so what's in it for me? Oh, Andy. Okay, we gonna tear Andy down. So then he brings up Miss Willis. Oh, the billionaire, she got her own security. Like, she a superstar in these streets. And so Gary just like, oh yeah, I know Miss Willis. She invested into me when I first started, his hedge fund. I said, Gary know everybody. So what favor or what do you have incriminating on Mrs. Willis? Like, was she smuggling money too to get her billions? Like, what's going on? So it looks like, being that he says he's going to talk to Miss Willis because they have some catching up to do. The way he said it is like, because Hayden took it like, what you hit that? Like, shoot, I would too. She a billionaire. I said, you really would, wouldn't you? You would. Okay. But anyway, but Gary made it seem like they was Like he got some on her or something. I don't know. But they gonna meet and see each other. So we'll find that out next week. All right. So now Fatima gets a phone call from Andy because Andy says that she got some information. She got all the information that she needed on Gary because she's very upset. She's saying that he over here trying to take down her man and she not going to let him do that. And Fatima talking about, don't worry about it. I'm coming. I'll be right over there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be over there with him by yourself. And she ends up leaving. But this is what I was going to say too, because remember when she was sitting there with Zach, she was saying that she had to get back to work. I'm like, Fatima, how you got to get back to work when Andy said that you had the whole day out? So why did she lie? Or maybe that was just the writing. The writers forgot what they did earlier. I don't know. But anyway, back to this one. She's going over there to meet Andy at her house because Gary coming over there. All right, so Pam selling Rooster Riches. And Trey comes in and Trey felt like he was pressuring Karen a little bit too hard. And then they do the whole scene at the salon when on Poetic Justice, when a girl said, come here, you want to smell my poo nanny or whatever. And so Trey ends up leaving. Once Trey leaves, Pam gets a phone call from Aaron. We knew Aaron was coming back. It's like we know. It be so much stuff floating on around. It be so much stuff floating around about this show. There are like really no good surprises because it's so much more information. You know, like it's like the show is ahead of itself in real. Like we know what's going to happen before it happens because everybody has been digging up so much on this show. But anyway, we knew Aaron was coming back. And she was like, what you looking for Karen? Because she ain't here. He was like, nah, I know she don't want to talk to me. I was just checking in. And then she was like, okay, well, that's cool. I need you to invest into this Roots to Riches. Okay. All right. So now you have Sabrina and Danny. They over there talking, pretty much commiserating about whatever they got going on. Sabrina brings up the fact that she went to go freeze her eggs and she saw Karen over there and about to get the DNA test. Danny said it's about time because she tired of all this. We are too, Danny. I'm tired too. I'm over it. Can these babies get here so we can have a good day? All right. So Karen said that she ready for this all to be over. And then they end up bringing up Tony and about her. She going to end up being a stepmama. And Karen don't want to hear nothing about her being no stepmama. Then they start talking about that Tony is actually a good guy. She really likes him. That's the reason why she's sticking around. And then she said he has a degree in Down University. I said, that's a good degree to have. Like, that is like, he summa cum laude. Like, that's like really good. Down University, yeah. And Rich apparently got the same degree in Down University. I said, all right. Okay, Down University. Some more people need to enroll in Down University because, child, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that right now. All right. So they talk about that. And then Sabrina talking about Rich is a good dude too and big up in him. I'm like, but girl, he don't even want your kids that you trying to freeze. All right, that's neither here nor there. Then they talking about the red flags of it all and all of that stuff. And then Sabrina talking about we need to do that first date over. And then Danny says that she don't even trust Jordan like that. No, not with Jordan. Just them two on a double date. And I was like, and what they gonna do? What is that double date gonna do? Because Rich still don't want kids. And Danny, if you gonna stay with Tony, you gonna be a stepmama. Okay, can we just move forward? All right, so now the last scene of it all. So, oh no, it's not. This is Karen. Did I? Oh, I missed something. I did. I didn't even get a picture. I thought I got one. I didn't get one, y'all. So we just gonna have to flow through it because I did not get a picture for that. I'm sorry, y'all. Because that show was like, hold on. Girl, anyway, so we finna picture this in our head, right? So, Andy at her place. So Andy at her place waiting for Gary to come in. So Gary come into the place, right? And so um Andy is like, we need to have was it Andy or Gary said that they need to have a reality check. And so Andy is like, don't get it twisted. You know, I know you are a psychopath that's been that just won't let me go. And Gary talking about you old news, talking about you're old news. And then Andy brings up the fact, like, I know that you paid for someone to put all of this stuff on Jordan. And she said that she know everything. She said, and don't forget, like she said, I know everything. And she was just like, and I can still contact the FBI and let them know what you're really doing out here. She said, because she said she knows details that she don't think that Gary knows. So she got details. And Gary over there looking at her like, you know, like what you know, like really what you know. And so that's when Gary is just like, I don't understand what you were Jordan for anyway, because, you know, only reason why y'all together is because you act childish. I said, what they got to do with anything? But anyway, Andy is just like, look, I will, ooh, I need to get this right. She said, I will ruin your life and I will ruin my life before I let you ruin his life. I said, well, that was nice of Andy to say. So maybe she really do like him. Or maybe she just feel like Jordan is a really good dude that you don't need to be doing it too. So, you know, two things can be right. But he was just like, yeah, anyway. But he says that he's better than Jordan, all that stuff. And she was saying stuff like that he's bigger, that Jordan is bigger than Gary, and he's better than Gary. And she was just like, you need to leave us alone, or either, you know, plain and simple, leave us alone. I'm putting them folk on you. And then she was like, leave this house. And he was like, oh no, my house, leave this house. And you know, Fatima was there anyway. So Fatima was like, yeah, no, get out of here. Get out of here. She had that big old purse. I said, girl, that purse looked like a 20-pound weight. Like, what's in there? I'm asking the same way that Andy is asking, like, girl, what's in this purse? Anyway, she was like, nothing you need to know, nothing you need to know. But the whole gist of the story was like, Gary, leave Andy alone. Like, you over here stalking her, you trying to make this girl life a living HE double hockey sticks. Like, you're trying to ruin this girl, and you're trying to ruin this girl man for no reason at all, just because she don't want to be with you no more. And now you're ruining Penelope's life. Like, you're stealing her stuff too. So it's like you're running around here being a menace. And I really hope, because I mean, a part of me wanted Andy to say what she got on him, but a part of me didn't either, because once Gary knows everything that Andy knows, then he could kind of twist it and use it to his advantage or whatever. So they did really good on there, and I was glad that Fatima was over to the house, so it wouldn't be too much. Yeah. All right. So now, here we are. Now this is the last scene of this here. So Karen is Karen about to get this DNA test. She's about to take this test. When that nurse pulled out that needle, I said, that needle ain't got to be that long. That looked like a knife. That looked like a sword and a shield. Like, that thing was really long. And Karen looked like, what? And I looked like, girl, you gonna let her put that in your stomach? And then this is the crazy part too, because they were doing the whole heartbeat, right? And she turned the monitor Karen's way. So Karen looking at the monitor, I said, Karen, you don't see that it's two sacks over there? You don't see that? Like, it's two bodies there, right? And for some reason, the nurse act like she didn't see it at first. I said, now look, I know I'm not a doctor or a nurse, but I do, when I look at this big old ultrasound, and you see these two big bodies that look the same, nobody caught this at first glance. You know what I'm saying? So she doing a heartbeat. Oh, I hear the heartbeat. And then the nurse turns the doctor turns the ultrasound back to her. And then she's like, oh my God, Oh my God. I was like, you saying, oh my God, a little bit too late, honey. Oh my God. And Karen's like, what is it? What is it? Is everything okay? You hear the heartbeat? Everything is fine? She was like, oh girl, that's one heartbeat. And I'm like, and then there's two. I'm like, girl, you talking about that's one, that's two. We all see that it's two. You ain't got to tell us it's two. We see it's two. And then here go Karen. Oh my God. So we have to do 2 DNA tests in 2 separate sacks. Yeah, you are. That's what it looked like. So they gonna have to move that needle in that girl's stomach twice. I ain't never had that happen to me before. I ain't never had twins either, but yeah. So Karen got 2 baby daddies. I'm like, child, this is the most worst kept secret of all. I said she had twins way before. And I was with the theory too. One, you got 2 baby daddies. I got 2 baby daddies, one for the road and one for the home. Yeah. I guess that's it. So yeah, that's it for me. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. And one thing I did forget to mention too, Hayden over there looking at Gary neck, talking about you getting in a fight with a vampire. Child, nah, that was your girl Tamira biting out on his neck. You'll find out later. Anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I thought it was pretty good, for the most part. So, yeah, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what y'all think in the comments. So, now, do y'all really think, to me, it's like, one baby is Zach and one baby is Aaron. Do we all agree? Now, somebody keeps saying Rico. I don't know who Rico is. I'm just going to go with Zach and Aaron because Aaron is back and Zach is there. So, we don't agree? We don't. Y'all still think that both of them babies Aaron? You know what it may be. Because I saw a picture floating around that both of them was in the ultrasound room smiling. Well, all right. This Sheila B. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Bye.